What's up, everyone, and welcome. In this episode, we're going to talk about the Karakurt hacker group blazing a new trail in cyber attacks. In less than 2 months, they hit 40 companies. Karakurt focuses specifically on data exfiltration and does not encrypt your network like normal ransomware groups. Let's see what else we can learn to protect ourselves and others from this story.
Oh, drat these computers. They're so naughty and so complex. I could pinch them.
Researchers from Accenture Security have been monitoring a team that calls itself Karakurt, which usually means black wolf in Turkish and is the name of a venomous spider observed in Eastern Europe and Siberia. Karakurt focuses on information exfiltration and subsequent extortion, enabling it to move quickly. Considering the fact that since September it has already attacked more than 40 victims, 95% of which are in North America with the rest in Europe, this exfiltration approach appears to be an effective method. The threat group is economically inspired, opportunistic, and perhaps most important for us to know, it seems to focus on smaller firms or company subsidiaries versus the choice of massive whale hunting tactics of other ransomware groups, according to the researchers. Researchers explain they expect that Karakurt will become a trendsetter and that in the long run, other teams will transfer away from targeting massive corporations or critical infrastructure suppliers with ransomware to undertake an equivalent exfiltration or extortion strategy. Congratulations, you're doing a great job by wanting to learn about the Karakurt hacker group and by watching my episode about it. I appreciate your support. If you think I can improve on anything or just want to say hi, leave me a comment in the comment section below. I look forward to hearing from you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and smash the bell to be notified when I upload new episodes where I give you insights into the newest important cybersecurity news stories like this one. With my insights, you can be better prepared to protect your company, your family, and yourself against these and other cyber attacks. So hit that subscribe button and the like button and the comment button and the share button, and let's continue learning about this story together. The idea that other groups will start to only exfiltrate data and extort victims is due to the fact that it enables quicker attack execution and steers clear of deliberately disrupting business operation, but it continues to provide enough leverage to achieve their extortion goals. Accenture's cyber investigators forensics reaction staff told ThreatPost in an email. What is the timeline and the first intrusion? Accenture Security researchers first identified Karakurt in June as it started setting up its infrastructure and knowledge leak websites. Accenture CIFR researchers told ThreatPost that month, the team registered the websites Karakurt.group and Karakurt.tech and created the Twitter account at Karakurt lair in August. Soon after these accounts were set up, the group's initial effective attack followed. Accenture Security's assortment, resources, and intrusion evaluation discovered the very first victim of the group in September, 2 months after they had started setting up their system. The team discovered the victim's info on the Karakurt.team webpage. Karakurt's techniques, tactics, and procedures, or TTPs, for infiltrating victim networks, achieving persistence, moving laterally, and stealing knowledge are comparable to many other actors, and the group usually takes a living off the land tactic, relying on the local environment, researchers said, i.e. working with equipment or features that presently exist in the target surroundings, like PowerShell as an example. The group establishes initial access using authentic VPN credentials, although researchers stated it's unclear how they got hold of these qualifications. One theory is exploitation of vulnerable VPN products, but all instances showed inconsistent or absent enforcement of multi-factor authentication for consumer accounts. This was written in the report. To retain persistence, as soon as accessing a network, Karakurt predominantly works by using service creations, remote administration programs, and distribution of command and control beacons throughout victim environments using the Cobalt Strike software. Nonetheless, just recently, the group seems to have switched tactics in its deployment of backup persistence, scientists noticed, or researchers noticed. Instead of deploying Cobalt Strike, Karakurt persisted inside the victim's network by using the VPN IP pool, or they used AnyDesk to make it possible for exterior remote entry to the compromised devices. This enables the group to leverage formally obtained user support and administrative credentials to move laterally. The group also will use other remote administrative tools, remote desktop, Cobalt Strike, and PowerShell commands to shift laterally and explore pertinent data to steal and use for extortion reasons as required. If Karakurt can't elevate privileges applying credentials, they convert to both Mimikatz or PowerShell to do so, but only if absolutely necessary according to the researchers. In general, the group's attack vector so far displays it is nimble and able to modify its techniques depending on the victim's settings. And because Karakurt typically makes use of legitimate credentials to access networks, it can manage to evade detection in quite a few situations. Lastly, to steal information, Karakurt employs 7-zip and WinZip for compression as very well as rclone or FileZilla, SFTP, for staging and final exfiltration to Mega.io cloud storage. Staging directories utilized to exfiltrate details in attacks had been cperflogs and crecovery, according to Accenture Security. So, what can we learn? The steady cat and mouse game has reached a new level. The speed at which Karakurt is moving shows that all one needs is access to a system or a network, and a ton of havoc can be achieved. Many experts say getting hacked is inevitable. It is not a question of if, it is a question of when. This means that at some point, every company in the world is vulnerable to an extortion attack like this from Karakurt. All the attacker needs is access to your systems to steal data and threaten to release it unless you pay. All companies, massive Fortune 500 companies and tiny 10-man show companies are susceptible to this. If an attacker does, say, 40 attacks and pulls $50,000 ransom per company for these tiny companies, he still walks away with millions. And this is all in around 2 months' time. So what can we do? We need to educate our teams about the importance of password strength and regularly changing passwords, about using MFA or multi-factor authentication on any and all company accounts wherever possible, wherever it's implemented, on the telltale signs of phishing campaigns, as well as all the other policies we have discussed in my other episodes to increase the security at the front line, which is the employees, and the credentials that they use on the systems that are important to protect our networks. With that, I say thanks again for watching. Don't forget to share and subscribe if you haven't already, and smash the bell if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next episode. Take care.